Greasy Apron. Go and have a look on Google. The Greasy Apron. Yeah, you can call it the Stained Penny if you want, everybody else does. Well, hello, it's on Google, have a look. Yellow Pages. Well, this week we've had another bit of a to-do and a hoo-ha. Now, you know I told you a couple of weeks ago we've had this bird, Brambles, this parrot we're looking after. Yeah, for a week or two. It's like the RSPCA in our house, especially with family members. Well, the owners have gone off to the Gran Canaria Island, haven't they? I thought 2 weeks, fortnight, bed and breakfast, sharing with the dustman. No chance. The pig and emigrated. So we're lumbered, or rather I'm lumbered, with a pissing parrot. An orange and green Jardine parrot called Brambles, who has got avian alopecia and pulls her feathers out with great rapidity. And like the rest of the females in the bray family, she never stops talking, she's got a mind of her own, and she'll bite you as soon as look at you. She lives in the airing cupboard because it's warm. I opened it once for a couple of towels. She's shot in there. She won't come out since, so I've been putting the food and water in there. If she's happy, I'm happy. But the thing is, 6 o'clock in the morning, she's like a fucking cock. I'll tell you what, you've never heard nothing like it. Squawking, waking me up. She needs a kick up the... exactly. So, that's what I've been putting up with. And every time she does fly out, once every blue moon, he's after her, isn't he? Spliff, the dog, on his tiny little that stumpy legs that big, running around trying to catch her. She sits on a chair going na 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 back at her in cupboard. That's what we've had to put up with this week. And then, of course, who did I bang into in Lidl? Or rather, who did I see in Lidl when I was at the cheese counter? Esme Glover, Warwick's mother, the mother from hell, the mother. That's the one. Yeah, I'm stood at the cheese counter. She saw me. She came flying over from feminine hygiene straight to the cheese counter. I sidestepped her. She went outside. So I followed her. I thought, I'll follow the bugger out. I'll have it on the car park with her. And as I went out, I casually forgot to pay for my stuff, you know. While she ran the car park, I was all ready for squaring up for her. I thought, oh, my seconds will be round to yours in a minute, love. Crying her eyes out. So what's the matter with you? She said, Miss Mia, test's come back. There's cells in it. Cells? Poor cow. I said, come on then. So I took her up to the Krusty Cob, the local cafe, we call it the Krusty Gusset. I took her up there, give her a fry up and a chocolate finger. Slipped half a bottle of Bombay Sapphire gin into her handbag. Right as rain tomorrow morning. So that's what's happened with her. Now, you know Mitchell, don't you? My son, who was going out with Warwick, now they've finished. Well, he's now managed to get this deputy assistant under manager's job at Cash Converters, which means he can deal soft drugs at the back door, smoke in the staff room at lunchtime, and he can carry a walkie-talkie if he wants. So that's not too bad. He's looking after himself. Warwick, the ex-boyfriend, is studying criminology at St. Crispin's College. Criminology? With a family like that? I'd have done his family tree to find all the criminals he wants there. Full of them. Unlike our family tree. You know my family came from Ambleside, don't you? In the Lake District, yeah? Well, they got kicked out in the 1700s for sheep shagging. Well, the family. It must be in the blood, sheep shagging, because I remember doing my driving test and I remember that guy who taught me, he said, can you make a U-turn? I said, no, so make a sheep-sized water. Yeah, so Warwick is at home apparently doing this criminology course. He's doing field work, whatever the hell that means. I asked Esme when we were in the cafe. She said apparently he says stays at home fingering his brother. So, yeah, a brother's a typewriter, by the way. Fingering means, yeah, the keyboard. Dirty-minded lot. So that's what's been happening there. We've also, I must tell you, we've got a few people moved in down the end of the street. Now, I know these two from Gran Canaria. One's called Morris and one's called Barry. Now, these two, excuse me, oof, that trade's gate gin. I'll have to have lemon next time. Well, these two, Morris and Barry, I remember they lived in Gran Canaria when I was over there working. And they were in the next door apartment to me, you know, we're on the ground floor. And they had an argument once. They were always arguing, but this one was, oh, God, you should have seen it. Oh, I'll tell you what, you could have heard it all down the street. And they were screaming, shouting and everything. One of them was storming out the house, walking down the apartment, down the street, off he went. The other one popped his ass out the window and brought wind. The one outside said, I don't care how many kisses you're blowing, I'm not coming back. That's what it's like, and they moved in down bottom of our street. Now, whether it's temporary or what, I don't know. They've got their eyes on that abandoned building across the road. You know, yes. I don't know what they're going to do in that old technical college annex, but I hope they're not making a fun pub. We won't be having that round here. So that's the week I've had. It's not been too bad down here. You know, did I tell you, by the way, that Tripod, Athena's other half, has been looking after Mitchell? Well, yeah. I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you? I can't remember. Yeah, it's been very good. He's almost like a brother-in-law, isn't he, Tripod? Or as we should call him. I've told you his real name's Penis. Well, he's not been doing too bad because, you know, Mitchell's been a bit down. So Tripod's took him out on his moped. 2 helmets. Yeah, he took him out to Saddleworth-Moor. They went all the way up to Saddleworth-Moor. And I remember how Mitchell came back smiling away. I don't know why. He must have enjoyed the trip out. I know Mitchell was telling his fag Elaine Bickerstaff, he was saying that Tripod was really good to him. He must be good on a moped, because he said to me he really knows how to drive him home. So whatever the hell that means. Talking to Mitchell, I'd love to know what goes on in the bathroom. He keeps telling me it's a gay ritual, but I know he spends hours in there and he's always unscrewing the shower top, the rose off the shower tube. Why is he doing this? I come in there, it's always unscrewed. He says it's a gay ritual. I've got a clue what he's on about. Could be religious for all I know, no clue. So, right, well I best kick on and crack on and get off. So, what have I got to do later on? Let me think. Oh, yeah, we've got some urgent shopping I have to do for the lady down the street. Yeah, she's not very well at the moment. We've got her a waterbed. I used to have a waterbed. Have you ever had a waterbed? Yeah. Me and our Jack got one, spice up our sex life. We were still drifting apart though. We didn't buy it, we inherited it off his grandmother. She died in a house fire and poached to death. Right, well I best crack on. I've got to help this old lady down the street. Oh, Brambles wants feeding, doesn't she? Wonder if you can get poison for parrots. Anyway, see you later. Tra! Right, give me them yellow pages, I'll show you where that cafe is.
If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be